the City of Edinburgh Music School is completely unique.
The music school succeeds because it brings together lots of talented children who can spark off one another. I mean, the quality is just staggering.
Whatever background you come from, it's completely accessible. All that you need is a special ability.
The Scotsman described one of our concerts as an ethos of excellence, striving for excellence in everything we do.
You're looking for musical potential, you know, a spark that's there, just something that's different, out of the ordinary.
We expect a lot from the students, but really when they come to us, I think most of them expect a lot from themselves.
Well, one of the main reasons I was attracted to come here was the specialism that they offered. You know, every day you could do music, you could do it for a large part of the day.
If you really love and enjoy the music, it means a lot in your life. So I think it's everything.
Every year you've got new people coming and people are, you know, really welcoming, try and make people feel at home. You get people coming from all over the world as well. It's not just, you know, a Scottish thing.
The whole atmosphere and the music in it, it's just great because it's not every day that someone gets to be in this kind of environment where everyone's doing the same thing, everyone's there to help each other.
One of the tremendous advantages of the City of Edinburgh Music School is that both the primary and secondary part of the music school are based within state-run comprehensive schools, much larger schools. The school is non-fee paying and there is assistance given for travel and for accommodation if students have to live away from home.
I feel that the music school, being part of Broughton High School, is that you're not just within a music school, you're mixing with the rest of the school for all your other subjects.
And it's in a nice environment that's not very elitist, it's just part of a school within another school. It's relaxed but at the same time focused. It's a good balance of everything.
I think one of the main aims is just to get the music school pupils in as young as possible and to provide kind of continuity between Flores and Broughton. So we're kind of training them up from a young age, which is really important because the younger you start, the better chance you have.
You can play lots of instruments yourself and listen to other people's music, and it's a bit like a family and everyone's really supportive of each other.
Hannah claps the second one, EE claps the third one, and we'll all clap the last one together. Hannah?
They get music timetabled into their week, so it's like a daily thing.
Ready? Anything.
They normally have 2 half-hour music sessions a day. So they'll have instrumental lessons, theory classes, oral classes, and also involvement in orchestras and chamber music. So it's quite intensive.
And so, so, la, so, do, do, do. So, so, la, so, do, do.
I don't have as much time to go out and play as the others because of my music practice. It is worthwhile. You have to be able to enjoy it and be able to concentrate.
I think it's very supportive and very nurturing and disciplined. So, you're tough on them when you have to be, but they know that, you're on their side. Catherine and Iona are leaving and going up to Broughton after the summer. So I would just like to have an extra round of applause for them, wish them all the best for next year, and just a little present for you.
The school's open to all styles of music and all instruments. We set up a programme of study that will suit their particular musicality, that will suit their character as well.
That's fine. That's fine. That's much better. I particularly like the way that rang out.
Yeah.
Because it left a memory, and every phrase you make must have an impression.
Okay.
The teaching standards here are excellent. You know, they have the people who are professionals in their field. They don't just work as teachers, they work as performers themselves as well. So you get all the experience of performing as well as actually playing.
The relationship becomes a very close one because we have such a lot of pupil-teacher contact time, and most of that's individual lessons, so we do quite a lot of talking. Keep the phrase moving. Up to the top. When they come to their lessons, they're usually very well prepared, but there has to be a relationship where they can say, I don't feel well prepared for this lesson. There's no point in putting up barriers, because those barriers will come through in the music as well. Now the bass goes down.
Me and Mr. Wright get on really well because we respect each other basically, and it's good because it's good to have a teacher-pupil relationship like that. He's one of the best tutors in the world.
Okay, well that was good, Hamish. Your fingers are solid, as usual. And remember in the 6/8 march rhythm as you played there, it's always 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay?
But from the point of view of using the MIDI and using computers in general, because you're just playing it from a keyboard, so you're playing it like a piano. If you want it to make it sound like another instrument, you have to think about how that other instrument's played, and it's the way the vibrato is used. And
I think coming to the music school, you see, because the teachers are all like sort of, they're at the top of their field, you see what's possible. And then you see that to be a sort of professional musician today, you've got to do so many different things.
Fourth bar of C, just the upbeat. What I'd like is just the quavers, not the semi-quavers, thinking about really bringing out the accents. Okay, nice and loud. 1, 2, 3.
The concept of music has widened, and so not only do we have students in the traditional sense of a classical musician, there are also those who have other forms of skills, such as in jazz or in folk and traditional music. And I would say that I have seen that as a development, the concept of music broadening, but the standards of excellence are still the standards which are aimed at.
It's my job to make sure that the needs of the musicians are met, and that means that we've got to have dedicated time for music, and so they have to opt out of part of the mainstream curriculum.
Stop. Can we go from somewhere before 14?
The skills you learn in practicing and music can be transferred easily to what you're doing in the rest of your classes, just through discipline and repeating stuff and taking initiative. So if you put effort into music, then you put effort into everything.
You've got to be able to manage your time with all the practicing and homework as well, and trips and other academic activities.
Sometimes it can get quite hectic. I think you just have to learn to you have to prioritise, and you have to be very organised with your time.
We have very high expectations of the students, and that's in a way I think the key to it all. All the students are expected to achieve musically and academically the very highest that their potential allows.
They've got all the advantages which a large school can offer, a very well-balanced and broad curriculum, and I think that academically they do as well as students in any other school in Scotland.
Our children have the full range of academic qualifications necessary to go on to university or to a conservatoire in music, because one of the tremendous strengths of the school is that the young people by the end of their time in Broughton will not only be able to choose to follow music as a profession, but may opt to do anything else, law, accountancy, whatever.
And every year you sort of think, oh my goodness, it's standard grades this year, how are they going to cope? Next year's hires, how are they going to cope?
The Parents Network was formed because a lot of the parents are having the same concerns.
And then you've got parents who can say, well, they do, cope. And they come through it with really good grades and still in one piece. I think the teachers, in my experience, are very, very approachable here. They get help managing their time from their individual teachers and from Mr. Morris.
The staff know that they're teaching hugely gifted and talented children. There's a general ethos of excellence, and particularly in the performing arts.
We encourage the specialist music students to take part in whole school activities. It's the same with orchestras and the wind band and other large ensembles. There will always be specialist musicians within the group.
Aside from the whole learning to play music side of being at the music school, we also get frequent opportunities to perform, which to me it seems like an entirely different art. To be able to play your instrument is one, and to be able to stand up in public and perform is another.
I think it's an atmosphere that encourages performers not to be shy about your instrument.
They have various levels of concert. You start off with Flora Stevenson's, and there's parents and teachers and your other pupils, and that's the first sort of step on the ladder of the various opportunities we have, and gradually build on that until you end of term concerts ever, and eventually the Leavers concert.
One of the most satisfying things is seeing students come from a very young age and develop as people, develop as musicians, and then go off to colleges, universities or whatever. And it's always particularly pleasing when you see students who come back to the school. Recently we had Geoffrey Juice. He's just about to do his debut concert at the Wigmore Hall. It was a wonderful experience to see him. He's just on the launch pad of what I'm sure is going to be a hugely successful career. And then just also see the enthusiasm of the students thinking, gosh, that could be me.
They could see that he started in primary 5, and they're all sitting there watching him. And he's been right through the music school and then, studied in Manchester and Berlin. And here he is back, to play for them. And it's just so inspiring.
One of the great advantages of the school obviously is that it's based right in the heart of Edinburgh. There's so much going on musically. There are concerts going on all the time. There are orchestras that the students can take part in. There are choirs. Whatever type of music they favour, there is something here that will support that.
There's so many opportunities, all the different opportunities that I've had, like playing for the opening of the Scottish Parliament, or the Hogmanay celebrations, the chances that I wouldn't have had otherwise, because the school's picked to do so many things.
The opening of the new Scottish Parliament was particularly rewarding because we performed a piece by Martin Bennett, who's an ex-City of Edinburgh Music School student that was specially commissioned for the opening of Parliament.
We were involved in this huge event organised by 6 different street theatre companies from France. Very exciting.
Being at the music school has given me some amazing opportunities. We went to the Millennium Dome and we've played at Hollywood Palace, and playing with other young people who are really interested in music and are playing to a high standard on a regular basis. Attending the music school has taught me an awful lot. I've been able to learn with really fantastic teachers.
Our instructors here are of the very highest quality, and they're committed to ensuring that these children can compete with the very best in Britain and the wider world.
If they have that enthusiasm and drive and ability to work extremely hard, then I think it's a really exciting place to be.
That sense of family and that sense of belonging to a school with a common purpose, a common ethos, where everyone is supporting each other, it's a wonderful thing.
Whatever your choice is, you'll be supported. If you want to do music, there's no better place to be than here.